I'm holding a delicious tropical fruit called mamey. We get mamey from mamey trees, and we get mamey trees from mamey seeds. Or do we? You see, we tropical fruit growers, the professionals, even the hobbyists, we tropical fruit growers do not like to grow our trees from seed. We like to clone them. When we find something that works, we want to replicate it. For that reason, we use a technique called grafting to clone our good producing trees. Heck, me and my buddy George just cloned a bunch of trees a few hours ago, and I'm about to show you how we did it. But before we do, I just need to let you know two things. Number one, George doesn't speak English, so I have to translate for you. Number two, George can be a little bit serious. If you've been watching my grafting videos, then you know who this guy is. This is Jorge, and he's back today to graft some mamey. We're standing underneath a mamey tree. It's about 5 years old, and it's got some shoots that we can actually graft. Jorge is going to show you how to select a shoot to graft, or how to, take a cutting from the tree. He's going to show us what materials we need in order to graft a mamey tree, and then he's going to show us how to graft. Jorge, enséñame cómo seleccionar un palito. He's going to show us what to do to choose a cutting. Okay, so cortaste eso, ¿por qué? Nada más porque es un palo sano.
No, porque esta hoja ya está lista para cortar.
Okay.
Si corto esta está más tierna.
Okay.
Esta no, esta está más oscurita, mire, ve.
Okay. Eso es.
Esto ya le falta.
Falta unas meses o una semana o algo.
Sí,
okay.
Semana.
So what he's looking for is this right here, that it's a little dark when you look down the front. So right here, it's still a little young, but this one was dark the way he likes it. So then he cuts the leaves off, and then he just leaves a few leaves on top, and watch, he just kind of scalps them. Bueno, vamos al shade house y hacer un injecto. Let's go to the shade house and graft them suckers. Anda. All right, these are the little baby seedlings George planted. Esos son de semilla, no?
Sí.
So these are mamey seedlings that George planted from seed. And we don't want to let those grow to maturity because we don't know what kind of fruit, we don't know the quality fruit we'll get off of it. ¿Cuántos años uno tiene que esperar hasta que uno de semilla te da fruta?
¿De esto?
De mamey.
De 15 a 20 años.
Okay, so George just told us it takes 15 to 20 years to get fruit from a seed-grown mamey tree. Y uno de con yema.
De 6 a 8 años.
Okay, and even if you graft a mamey tree, it takes 6 to 8 years to give you fruit. Jorge, si uno quiere injectar mamey, dime lo que necesitan la gente.
La cinta.
Okay, grafting tape.
La bolsa.
A plastic bag.
La liga para tener la bolsa.
Okay, a rubber band to attach the plastic bag. Y ese de a hanger or no?
Sí, el alambre.
Okay, and you also want to open up a hanger so you can make a little frame for your plastic bag. And the tools you need are y las herramientas, un cuchillo, ¿no?
Una navaja.
A sharp knife.
Tijera.
And pruning shears, or he calls them scissors, tijera. So he already cut the seedling, the mamey seedling, you see, he cut it at about 8 inches. Enséñame lo que hiciste con la yema. Dámelo. Then he cuts the cutting. Look at, he puts this wedge on it and exposes the wood on each side of the bottom of the cutting. He also made a cut. Enséñame como cortaste la del seedling. Look, he just cut into the bark of the seedling. En la misma manera que la carambola, ¿no?
Sí, todo igual.
So he's not cutting in the middle like when you've seen me do avocado and mango. He just cuts a little bit of the bark back, wraps that in there, ties it up. Now look, he's gonna make his frame. Put the bag on top. Close it up with a rubber band. We got us a grafted mamey. Let me talk you through this next one. So first we'll see Jorge cut the root stock. This is the seedling part of the graft. This little tree here was grown from seed. Then he takes the cutting that we harvested out in the grove and he cuts a chunk off of one side. Then he'll flip it over and cut a chunk off of the other side. That's to create a wedge that exposes the raw wood inside of the cutting. He does the same thing with the rootstock or seedling now. He cuts a little slice of the bark back so that he's got a slit to insert the mamey cutting so the raw wood from each part is touching. Think of that as a wound that will heal together. Then he wraps it up snugly with grafting tape and ties it down. And over time, that cutting will start to grow inside the rootstock. He makes his little frame with the plastic bag, closes it up with a rubber band, and we'll keep it that way for 2 to 4 weeks until we see the cutting start to sprout and we'll know the graft succeeded. The process of grafting fascinates me, and I love watching those grafts succeed and then the trees start to grow. And if you share that fascination, now you know what it takes to graft mamey. We told you what tools you need. We told you what materials you need. We taught you how to harvest the cuttings. Jorge then showed you how to prepare the cuttings. He showed you how to prepare the seedling and then wrap it all up nice and tight. And just like George said, you don't have to be afraid to try it. I encourage every single one of you who want to get out there and try grafting to try your hand at it. And I hope that excites you as much as it excites me. Or if it doesn't excite you, or maybe you don't live in a place where you can grow tropical fruit, I got good news for you. You don't have to grow your own. You can get your tropical fruit at guacfarm.com. GUACFARM.com. Yeah, I got hats and shirts like every other YouTube out there, but as far as I know, I'm the only YouTuber that sells edible merch, and my customers love it. Our avocados are in season from June through January, and throughout the summer, whatever tropical fruit comes into season, we sell that as well. Now, in addition to mamey, Jorge grafted some carambola and some sapodilla, and I'm really anxious to get back in the house and start editing those videos. So while I do that, you go to guacfarm.com, and I will see you on the next video.